Hey y'all, welcome to Friday's Kitchen. Welcome back if you have been here before. In today's video, we are making an orange creamsicle cream cheese pound cake. If you guys are interested in seeing how I made it, stay tuned. Also, while you're here, I ask that you please take a moment, look down below, press that subscribe button, join our family, and come back for some more recipes. All of the ingredients. We have 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Everything has been sifted together. 3 cups of granulated sugar, 6 eggs at room temperature, an 8-ounce package of cream cheese at room temperature, 3 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature. Here we have 1/4 cup of cream soda. We'll be using some orange jello and a tablespoon of vanilla extract. The oven has been preheated to 300 degrees, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start by creaming together the butter and the cream cheese. Once that's done, we're going to add the granulated sugar. Once we add the sugar, we're going to let the mixer run for about 5 to 10 minutes until the mixture becomes nice and fluffy and lightens in color. So this is what our mixture should look like once everything is well combined. Now we're going to go in and add our eggs one at a time. Once I add an egg, I like to wait for the yolk to break before adding the next, and then we'll follow up with the vanilla extract. So now I'm going to scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl. Once that's done, I'm going to turn the mixer back on, add half of the flour mixture, then add the cream soda, and then go in with the rest of the flour mixture. So I'm going to scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl one more time, turn the mixer back on for a few seconds, and then I'm going to remove a little less than half of the cake batter. And to that, I will be adding the orange jello. Now I'm going to remove some of the batter from the bowl and we'll be right back. So here I have a little less than half of the cake batter. I'm going to start by adding 1 tablespoon of this orange jello to the mixture. Now we're going to mix this in and see what it looks like. All right, I'm going with another tablespoon. One more. Okay, so I'm going to stop there because I don't want to add too much of the jello and alter the texture of the cake too much. The flavor isn't super strong, so I would recommend using an orange extract in addition to the orange jello, or you can just use orange extract and add orange color to it if you prefer, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to move forward with it as it is. You can taste the orange, but again, it's not very strong. So let me get my cake pan and I'll be right back. So this is the pan we're going to use to bake the cake. I'm going to start by generously spraying with pan baking spray. So now I'm just going to go in, alternate between the vanilla and the orange cake batters, and then in the end I'm going to grab a skewer and just kind of swirl everything together. Again, the oven has been preheated to 300 degrees. This will bake for about an hour and a half. I'll adjust that time as need be, but as always, I'll let you guys know exactly how long it takes in my oven when I remove it. Here's the cake after 1 hour, 30 minutes in the oven. We're gonna let it hang out in the pan for about 10 minutes and then we'll turn it out onto a cake board. Here's a close-up of the cake. There was a little sticking around the corners of the cake, but not too much. So we're gonna let this sit here to completely cool and then we'll be back with the next element. Now we're going to make some decorations for the cake. Here I have a popsicle mold. I have taken 2 popsicle sticks, broken them in half and placed inside. And here I am going to melt some orange candy melts with about 1 tablespoon of coconut oil until everything is completely melted together. The bag of candy melts was a 12 ounce, I believe, and I used half of it. So here we have the candy melts. They're completely melted at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour them into the mold. Once I do that, I'm going to place the mold in the refrigerator and let that completely solidify. And then when it's time to decorate the cake, we can go ahead and remove them. Now I'm going to get started on the cream cheese icing. I'm really going to use very little for this cake. I'm actually going to work on another recipe tomorrow that I'll need the icing for, which is why I'm adding it, but I'm only going to add about 3 or 4 rosettes to the cake. So again, I won't need much at all. So if you do decide to make this recipe, you can just omit the cream cheese icing if you want, or cut the recipe in half, or even, make less than that if you can. So I've started by creaming together the stick of butter and 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, along with 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Once that's well combined, I'm going to add the 32 ounces of powdered sugar, but again, this is making a full batch of cream cheese icing. I just wanted to make that clear. So once I finish the icing, I'm going to put a little in a piping bag so that I can pipe the rosettes on the cake, and I'll store the rest in the refrigerator until I need it tomorrow. So now we're going to get started on the glaze. Here I have 1 cup of powdered sugar. To this, I'm going to add a splash of vanilla extract. And then I'm going to gradually add milk until I reach my desired consistency. I want this to be a little on the looser side. All right, so this is the consistency I want. Let me go ahead and grab the cake and I'll be right back. So here we have our glaze. I'm going to take this long skewer and add a little of this orange gel color to it. And then I'm just going to swirl it around. I want it to have swirls when I pour it on the cake. I don't want the entire thing to be orange. So here we go. All right, so now I'm going to place this in the refrigerator and give this a chance to solidify just a bit. Here we have our icing in a piping bag. I'm just going to pipe some rosettes on top. So here we have our creamsicles from earlier. I'm just going to pop them right out of the mold. And here we go. You see a little spill over. I'm just going to go ahead and shave this off really quickly. All right, so now it's nice and smooth. Here's a little orange crunch. I'm just going to sprinkle some on top of the dollops of icing. All right, so let me clean out my mess really quickly, and then I'm going to bring you guys in for a closer shot, and then we're going to cut the cake so you can see what the inside looks like. We have made it to the end of the video. Here we have our finished product, our orange creamsicle cream cheese pound cake. Guys, the cake is really good, but as I stated earlier, I don't feel like the orange flavor is coming through enough. So should you decide to give this recipe a try, I would highly recommend using either an orange extract or orange zest in addition to the jello. You can omit the jello altogether if you want and just use the extract or zest and just add a little orange color for the orange effect. But the cake was really good, and I think that adding the cream soda, brushing it to the outside of the cake, really did give it a creamy flavor. So I think if the orange was coming through more, it would be just perfect. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's recipe. If you have any questions about anything I've done, leave them down below in the comment section. While you're here, I ask that you please take a moment, look down below, press that subscribe button, join our family, come back for some more recipes. As always, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.